Look at the sheer volume of this slaughter. 43 highly agile, highly dangerous alien grasshoppers lie scattered across the plains. When Jai and his friends stumble across this pile of carcasses, their brains immediately short-circuit. They know Jai left his companion, known as Dollar, alone in this sector, but the math just doesn't add up for them. To take out this many agile targets simultaneously, you'd need the physical strength of Captain America. So the crowd arrives at a more comforting conclusion. A heavily armed gang must have swept through, and Dollar is simply stealing the credit. Jai stays quiet. He knows the truth. Despite the crowd's utter disbelief, he is absolutely certain Dollar, whose real name is Veer, executed this entire massacre completely solo. When an entire society chronically underestimates you, they hand you a massive tactical advantage. Nobody is looking closely at the supposed weakling, which provides the perfect cover to operate and evolve entirely in the shadows. We see exactly what that shadow evolution looks like. Veer is no longer hiding. He's bursting from the tree line, draped in a brilliant, reflective golden armor, launching a direct ambush. His targets are copper-tooth rhinos. The last time Veer tried to hunt these specific beasts, he barely escaped with his life. Now he's actively seeking them out, proving his physical stats have scaled up significantly. He cleanly dispatches 2 rhinos. After months of a 0% drop rate, his luck suddenly spikes. He hits the jackpot, a primary devil soul. It materializes as a half-moon spear. With defense secured by the golden armor, a new offensive node lights up. He tests the weight of the spear, swinging it in fluid, precise arcs. For the first time on this brutal planet, the heavy dread of survival is replaced by the thrill of feeling like an invincible ancient warrior. By securing top-tier offensive and defensive assets in rapid succession, Veer has crossed a critical threshold. He has officially graduated from hunted prey to the apex predator of this wilderness. But surviving the wild is completely different from navigating society. Veer drags a captive rhino back to the bright pastel-colored walls of Dev Ashram, immediately colliding with human civilization. Dev Ashram operates on a rigid social hierarchy. The closer you are to physical mutation, the closer you sit to the top. Hovering at the apex is the Grandmaster, flanked by an elite gang and exclusive assets like a 3-legged horse, Devil's Soul. The Grandmaster actively despises Veer. It stems from an old obsession with a woman named Avni Shergill. To impress her, the Grandmaster placed Veer under a strict economic and social quarantine, promising brutal consequences for anyone who even trades with him. Veer's newfound wilderness power hits a brick wall here. Swinging a spear at a rhino is simple physics. Swinging it at the leader of an entrenched, vastly superior socio-political machine is suicide. Under the harsh midday sun, confrontation is unavoidable. The Grandmaster deliberately blocks the gate, intercepting Veer's return path. Without warning, the Grandmaster's red leather whip snaps violently through the air. It slices deep into Veer's shoulder, tearing the fabric and forcing him to drop his hard-earned captive. Veer stands completely stoic as the wound bleeds. The crowd sees a defenseless target taking a beating. In reality, Veer has a golden armor and a deadly spear stashed away in his shadow inventory. He is fully armed and entirely capable of ripping his attacker apart. The Grandmaster's lieutenant, Vombakshi, steps up, piling on the verbal abuse and explicitly daring Veer to react. They are intentionally baiting him into a fight he cannot legally or physically survive against the entire gang. There is a massive psychological difference between a weak victim who cowers because they have no choice, and a heavily armed warrior who actively absorbs pain to conceal his strength. Veer processes the asymmetrical risk in real time. Summoning his armor now buys 3 seconds of immediate pride before the squad kills him. But considering his mother and sister back home, the scale tips heavily. Their survival overrides his ego, forcing total restraint. Veer swallows the blood pooling in his mouth. He strictly ignores the mocking laughter echoing off the walls, silently hoists the heavy rhino onto his uninjured shoulder, and walks away into the blinding sunlight. Every ounce of that humiliation is immediately converted into fuel. He makes a cold, absolute vow. He will use his black crystal to secretly mutate this prey, build an unstoppable arsenal, and dismantle the Grandmaster's empire. Swinging a legendary weapon is easy. True power is having the agonizing strategic discipline to absorb public humiliation today, guaranteeing absolute victory tomorrow.